What I love about our masterclass series is that it's about learning, it's about building, it's about how do we apply what one person is doing in their industry to ours in high level as our source of making it happen. So here's what we'll do, Raquel, because you're fairly new to our high level stage and maybe they haven't had a chance to meet you yet, would you mind sharing with the audience that hasn't had a chance to get to know you a little bit about you and your story?
Oh, yeah. So I'm so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having me, JB. And I am such a proud participant of being in the Goal High Level community. So, a little bit about me. My name is Raquel Diehm, or you can call me Rocky, like the boxer. And I have been involved with High Level for the past few years. I'm a nation business coach. So, I help business owners get really clear on their messaging. And then I help them create a product that sells, a coaching program to facilitate powerful transformation. And then I help them get clients online. And I also help business owners scale their businesses as well. So I'm such a advocate for High Level because in my journey, which I'll get into it a little bit more here in just a little bit, is I did everything manually. I just went in, I was in the messy middle, and I just wanted to have a profitable business. I did everything that I needed to in order to see success. And when I was able to get some momentum going, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many things manually. I'm doing everything myself. And I didn't realize the power of systems, the power of automations, the power of a system that can come behind you and really support what you're doing. So once I got connected to High Level, my entire business changed, the way that I saw business changed, and I was able to help so many more people create more income and facilitate a lot more impact as well. So I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so excited to connect with all of you. So let me know if you're tuning in here live inside of the chat to say, what's up, Rocky? And I'll see where you are. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm excited to dive into this journey with you all and take you on a journey step by step on what I've done and what it's also possible for you as well.
Absolutely, Raquel. And what's really exciting here is I think our team originally met you at some events, and the conversation started flowing. And what you shared was you were doing everything manual, and
Yeah.
I guess you kind of don't know what you're doing and how much of time or an impact you're missing out on until you get introduced to it. So what I'm hoping, Raquel, is that we got a lot of new people here that are just learning about high level, whether they see our shirts or hoodies or they just kind of Googled it and we popped up. And I'm hoping that they go ahead and get started with their trial. There'll be a link below that if you want to get started with high level, Raquel's going to be giving a snapshot that you could install in your account with some guidance on what to do with it. And you could start maybe in her industry or in another similar industry, start making the profit around your intelligence, your strategy, your knowledge, or just your superpowers. So, Raquel, we have an episode that you've put together. It's near and dear to your heart because this is how you do business every day on social media. If you
Mhm.
don't mind, maybe sharing your screen so we can kick that off here. I'll let it pop up here.
100%.
And for those of you that are on social media, whether it's for your full-time job or for your entrepreneurial journey, let me know in the comments below which social media platform do you find yourself using more often? Is it Threads? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? Is it none of those and totally different one? Maybe it's Reddit. I don't know. I'm interested in finding out what you're using because no matter what I believe, what you're going to learn here with the DMs to dollars, you'll start to be able to monetize the relationships and guide them to the solution they want. So, Raquel, if you're cool with this, looks like we got the green light to kind of get in deep here. Could you kind of introduce us to why this is important to your business and why you feel it's important to share to the high level community?
Oh, this is so important because it allows you to do more business. This is going to allow you to also have less stress. This transformed not only my business itself, but also me as a business owner, because who you are as a business owner, that's the person that you take with you to your business. So this allowed me to have a lot less stress. This allowed me to help more people and to be able to see what's possible for growth in my business. So I'm so thrilled to share everything with you here today. So, JB, with your permission, are we ready to get started? Can we dive right on in? I think that's a go. So let's do this, everybody. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to dive into DMs to dollars. So we're going to learn on how to use HighLevel to turn conversations into clients. So let's go ahead and dive in. So just as a pre-frame, results may vary. I think this is very important for us, that this cannot guarantee future performance, but HighLevel does not guarantee that you will experience financial gain to generate revenue, and results may vary. However, I'm going to share with you my experience and what has helped me, and maybe it could also help you as well in your business. So this is our agenda for today. We're going to cover three things. Number one is I'm going to share with you the DMs to clients framework, exactly what I used. Number two, how to use HighLevel to automate, music to my ears, automate and organize your business. And number three, how simple tweaks you can implement to increase conversions right away in your business. So hello, everyone. My name is Raquel Diehm, but now that we're friends, you can call me Rocky, like Rocky Balboa. And like I mentioned, I'm Anisha. I'm a business coach. So I help entrepreneurs and service providers turn their message into a movement and into a profitable business. So when I was just starting out, I used everything organically on social media to get clients. And it worked. It worked. It was amazing. But it took forever. It took forever. And it kind of took a lot of stress as well. So I'd run launches that drained all of my energy. They worked, just took a lot out of me. And I had to be on my phone 24/7 just to keep conversations going, to make sure that no leads went cold. So my business was working, but I felt like I was a slave to my business because I couldn't come up for air, because I constantly had to be on top of things in order for things to work. So this left me with no balance and honestly no life outside of my business. It was just me and my business were besties. So I knew that I needed a system. I needed something that could capture every single opportunity, move people through a process without losing personal touch, and give me time freedom to actually enjoy my life while still growing my income. That would be music to my ears, and I knew just something had to change. So everything did. Oh my gosh, everything did, let me tell you. So that's when I started using HighLevel. So I didn't use it just as a CRM, but I used it for my entire business command center. I put my whole business on HighLevel. I ran my websites, my funnels, my courses, my automations, and all my client communication in one place. That's amazing. If you go online, there's 1,000 different tools that you can use for all these different things. This had everything in one place. So since then, my DMs have become my reliable source of clients, because every message now has a path. And I want to show you exactly how I did that. So today, let's talk about you. So I'm going to show you how to set up your own simple, repeatable DM to client system inside HighLevel, so you can stop letting clients or leads just slip through the cracks and start turning conversations into cash flow. Does that sound good to you? Are you down for that? If so, say I'm in inside of the chat, and I'm going to give you all my secrets, everything step by step. All right, so let's dive in. So we're going to go into the DMs to clients framework. So what we're going to be doing here, and I want you to picture this, everything I'm going to be running here is going to be from Instagram. So who has Instagram? If so, put IG here inside of the chat. If you don't have an Instagram, what are you doing? So this is you're able to get so many clients and so many people through this framework. So this is what I've done. So I want you to see, as all of these little people right here, these are everybody in the ether. This is all people, followers, everybody, different accounts on Instagram. So what you want to do is you want to grab them from wherever they are in the ether. You want to bring your ideal clients to you. So the way that we do that is by giving them something that they want. Okay, just like if you want the fish to come to you in a pond, you give them fish food. Okay, they're not just going to come to you for fun. You got to give them something so that they come to you. So it's the same thing. So you want to have a freebie. Another way that I like to look at this is like when you go to Sam's Club or Costco, in order for you to buy the whole pizza, they give you a little slice. You give you a sample. So that's the same thing that we're doing, is we're giving somebody a sample, and it's going to be something that they want, that your ideal client needs. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to capture them in an opt-in form. This is where you're going to get their information. You're going to learn their name, their phone number, their email. And this is the most important thing, because now when you have their information, you own their information. You own them as a client or as a prospect. Remember recently when TikTok almost shut down? All those people with all those millions of followers, they didn't own any of those people. Meaning when that platform went down, they didn't have any of their followers. So if you know their information, their email, their phone number, no matter what happens to any social media platform, you own that prospect. So we want to capture that. So we capture that right after you get their freebies, kind of like the trade. You give me a pizza roll and I'll give you my information. So it's a little trade that we do with them. Then because they give you their information, then you give them the pizza bite. Okay. So as you can see right here, I'm just like, here, don't you want a pizza bite? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, great, give me your information. They're like, here's my information. I'm like, great, here it is. So it's a little trade. We're trading here in the marketplace. Then from there, we lead them to booking a call. We go, wasn't that great? Wasn't that pizza bite awesome? Don't you want to buy the full thing? That's basically what we're doing. Don't you want to talk about buying the full thing? So that's what we're doing. So this is the 30,000 foot view. I'm going to show you exactly what mine looks like so you can get a visual here. But that's it. You see how simple this is? This is literally, I'm telling you what Costco does.
You know what?
But we're just doing it on Instagram.
How many of you are doing this now, some way, shape, or form? Whether maybe it's not as consistent as you want it to be. Maybe you tried it and it just flopped. You're like, oh, this is not for me. Let us know in the comments, because what we want to do is put this into a triage to give you a hand to maybe tweak or modify things. So if you tried to put a freebie out there and it didn't work out well, let me know why you think that it didn't work out well, or let me know what your freebie was. We'll keep an eye out there. Did you have a lead capture page, or do you have a lead capture page? And if you want to share the link in the comments below, go for it. Share the link, because based on the people that are tuned in right now in the comments, based on our special guest here, you might be able to get this solved where you could start to make changes and get back on your feet. And then when it comes to the freebie delivery, are you using any tools to automate, or are you doing what Raquel was doing early on, which is manually babysitting the inbox and just like going one by one? And then let us know in the comments, do you have a way that someone could look at your calendar and book a time with you? Or does it always require this two-way communication where like they're now taking too much time from you that it's not even worth even meeting, because you guys have basically met like 30 times already? So let us know in the comments there, because I know, Raquel, we spoke about this offline briefly, where it's not always about the actual coach as the reason why they're not successful. It's how easy they are to do business with. And then their customer or their potential customer is like, well, if they don't got their stuff together, how can they help me get my stuff together? And I think this is where you had mentioned to me that you built this whole system, and it's pretty simple, but it's simple because it works for you. And I'm really interested in what people are going to comment below here. So we now fast forward here, Raquel, and people are like really saying, okay, this is that, and we're triaging this. What's next?
Oh, I'm so excited to share that. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I remember before I did all of this, I had there's two major problems that usually arise. It's one where it's like, oh, I'm doing everything manually. This is taking up all of my time. Or two, where are all the people? I wish I had the problem where this was taking up all of my time. I just need more people in my world. So putting this together helps that. It accelerates the process like you wouldn't believe. So I want to show you an example of what it looks like when I do it. So if you come to my page, if you come to my Instagram and you follow me, most likely, since now you're in my ecosystem, you're probably going to see this ad pop up. So this is my freebie. This is my tried and true freebie. It's been working for, I think, 3 years at this point. And it's a quiz. People love quizzes. So it's a niche quiz. So people come in, I say, hey, coaches, before you do anything, you need to get clear on your niche. Take the 1 minute niche quiz, click the link below. I'll send it over to you. You can find yours in 1 minute. So a lot of people love taking this quiz. So as soon as they click on this, they see this going in their Instagram, and they're like, ooh, I'm interested to know my niche. I would like to take the quiz. Then they DM niche quiz. Then it goes straight on into their DMs. Isn't that amazing? It goes straight into the DMs and they go niche quiz. Then I have an automation that automatically comes in and goes, here's the quiz. I'm so excited for you to get your results. Here's the quiz. It only takes 1 minute. Bam. I don't have to do this at all. I could be sleeping. I could be getting a facial when this happens. How amazing. I love this. Then they click on it. As soon as they click on it, then I have this pop up that comes up and it goes, here's what the quiz is about. Excited for you to get your results. Take the quiz. And so for them to take the quiz, they need to give me their information. So now we're going into step 2. So this is the lead capture opt-in form. So they go, yes, I would like to take the quiz. Here's my name. Here's my email. Here's my phone number. Submit. And as soon as they do that, then I give them the pizza bite. Then I give them the freebie. Here's the quiz. Here you go. Now we have that transaction that's made. Now, whether they do the full quiz or not, I now own their information. That is amazing. I can do nurture sequences with them. I can follow up with them. I can do so many things with them now that I own them. So now then I give them the quiz. They take the quiz. Then as soon as they're done with the quiz, then I have an automation go in there and automatically start following up with them. So I go, great. So my automation is like, hey, like, did you take the quiz? If they don't respond, then I have another automation say, hey, what were your results? If they don't respond, then it goes in and says something else. As soon as they respond, then my setter goes in there and she continues the conversation manually, naturally. So it's an organic conversation. How amazing is that? You can literally be having automations follow up with them again while you're walking your dog, while you're having dinner with your family, while you're tanning, and your people are getting spoken to. That's amazing. It's amazing. It's qualifying these people. Then at that point, then I lead them to booking a call. So at this point, we go, okay, great. As soon as they're pre-qualified and then they're like, yes. So how my funnel goes is like, here are your results from the quiz. And I go, great. Does that feel in alignment with you? And they're like, yes. I'm like, great. Do you want to be a coach? They're like, yes. I'm like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this now? And I'm pre-qualifying them. As soon as they're like, yes, I want to do this now. Yes, I want to be a coach. Yes, I'm interested in getting help. I go, great. Here, book a call with me. And they go, oh, I'd love to. And then they book a call and then bam. Now I'm on a call with them. I remember the first time that this happened to me, I remember I was at the gym. I was working out and I got a notification on my phone that says it was like, bing, you have a call booked. And I was like, are you joking? I was like, this is amazing. I was like, if I could do this once, I could do this again and again and again and again and again. So I did. Amazing. This has literally changed my life. What's a bonus time saver when you're at the point when you have this in, you've been doing this, your messaging is dialed in, your automation script is good. Then what you can do that really is going to take it to the next level is you add someone inside of your business that can be your appointment setter and also your sales closer. So the appointment setter is somebody that goes in there, like I was mentioning to you before, and is talking to people inside of the DMs. So when they go, like, yes, I want to be a coach, and it's basically leading them to book a call. So that's an appointment setter. So they're getting them to do that. And then somebody who's taking your sales calls for you. That has literally this has been my favorite part of my entire business, is having all of this built out and then having somebody do the appointment setter and the sales calls. And then I get to spend time doing what I like doing the most, which is coaching, which is helping people transform their lives. That is my favorite part of my business. So all the things that as necessary that have to be done are taken care of. Does that not sound like a dream? If that sounds like a dream to you, please put dream inside of the chat. That was my dream come true. I'm seriously thrilled. Like, I'm not a tech person, and this tech has made my life so much happier because now I don't have to worry about doing all this stuff manually. It is done, and I get to focus on my superpower.
Yeah. Let's take an attendance in the chat if we can. If you're tuning in here, whether it's live or on the replay, are you a coach? Are you a professional in your industry where you believe that you may be thinking about maybe coaching or consulting now that you're learning about what HighLevel can do, and how can that help you balance your day and then your side project, or you're in the making of a project? I've seen it, Raquel, where that we have, chiropractors who help other chiropractors scale into more locations, or optimize or make their practices more efficient. I've seen physical therapists, sports professionals, trainers go virtual, completely virtual. And I feel like, this is something that's socially accepted, is I don't need to meet you in person. We could do it virtually. Now, you had shared that when you got your first appointment booked, that it was one of the best feelings, right? When you got that first appointment booked, at what point then did you start building your other systems? Like, could you give a little bit of insight that they install the snapshot, they're putting themselves out there, they start getting bookings. What's next?
Mm. Well, that was at the point where I said, okay, I need to do more of this. Whatever this is, I need more of it. So that's when I started organizing my whole business on HighLevel. Like everything is on there. Because when you start to get into things, you're like, oh, I need an email tool. Oh, I need an automations tool. I need more funnel tool. I need a place to store my course. And I was like, this is so overwhelming. Like I just want to stop everything and go watch Netflix. But I was like, oh my gosh, everything is done on HighLevel. So that's when I started I turned it into an incredible CRM, customer management system. And I was able to keep track of everybody on where they were in my entire sales process. Then I was able to start a nurture sequence with all of them. So now I'm able to text them, I'm able to email them on where they are in their journey of becoming a coach. And I'm able to help them no matter where they are. I also have all my courses on there. So when people opt into my course or when they sign up, like my payment processing is in there. So they purchase the course, they purchase my program, then automatically they're getting their contracts, they're getting access to the course, they're getting their onboarding calls scheduled. Like everything, all the detail stuff that takes so much time is just automated. It's the best. Like it is the best. So, and this isn't just for coaches. Like this is, like you mentioned before, like every type of business, most likely like a service-based business, you can be run with this. Like if you're a chiropractor, my dad's a chiropractor, he could do this, of just like getting people interested in your services. Like, hey, do you want this service? Do you want to book? Do you want to talk about a call about it? Or do you want to just book an appointment? Do you want to come on in? Do you want to buy this bracelet? Do you want, like, whatever it is, all you're doing is grabbing people who are interested, giving them a sample. And if they want more, then you offer them more. That's all you're doing. It's very simple.
I completely agree. And Raquel, someone might be saying right now, well, simple for you because you've done it, and I'm still learning it. And like, there's this, like, in our mind at different stages, we have different obstacles. For those that don't know you or haven't had a chance to maybe look you up on Instagram or learn about you, could you share a little bit around what your main offer is that you're promoting on Instagram? And then typically, how does someone find you? And then what does like that first message start with? And then at what point does the DM to dollars kind of kick in? Again, we don't want you to give, obviously your whole business model, but more of anything, just like the fundamentals for someone that were to replay this and say, okay, I am a life coach. I'm going to get on Instagram and I'm going to make some videos. And I should hopefully expect this, this, and this. And then I should have this, this, and this ready because Raquel said that's how she kind of has her flow. Now, I know that you mentioned you have like a course and you have a membership area. And I know a lot of that takes time. But I think the bigger picture here is eventually we get enough traffic, trust, clients that we can start to build our offer stack around the membership, the private community, the group coaching, and maybe the events thereafter.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, my entire business is on Instagram. I always say that you want to start with one social media platform of choice, and then also you can diversify your assets. So, meaning that I remember there was one time where I was like, I'm going to do everything. I was like, I'm going to be on Instagram and this, and I'm on a YouTube channel. I'm going to have 10,000 things. And it just became overwhelming, So I'm like, okay, I'll make it good at one. And then the other ones are kind of like overflow from there. So I would kind of start from there. So I started with Instagram. Like I said, no matter what kind of business that you're at, you can create a powerful funnel because it connects to HighLevel. So you could use that. So that's what you like to do. So how this actually turns into money for me is because when I'm getting people on a call, that's where I'm able to say, hey, where are you right now? Where are you trying to go? This is what I recommend in order to get there. Do you want to do that on your own, or are you looking for some help? oh, I can help you with that. Like if you're looking for help, I have these offers. So I have different types of offers. I have different offers for depending on the level that the coach is at. So they could either work with a accountability coach underneath me. They could work with me personally, or they could be involved with our membership. So it just depends on where they are financially and how much hand holding that they want. So what I'm helping them do specifically is I'm helping them get clear on their messaging. I'm helping them get to create a coaching program, a irresistible offer that somebody feels so stupid saying no to that they want to buy, and then also how to launch that offer online. So how to show up online, how to convert followers into clients, how to do everything organically, and how to start from the beginning. And then once they are ready, then at that point, when they've kind of got some momentum going and they've validated their offer, then we start to bring in automations, because I share this with everybody. I share this with my clients. I'm like, once you get to that point, now we got to bring in automations because it works for me and it's going to work for you too. So that's the process that I take them through. So let's continue here. So like I mentioned earlier, I didn't stop there just with my automation. I'm like, what else can this thing do? If this has changed my life so much, what else can it do? So I put my entire business on HighLevel. So this really changed my business forever, and I'm not going back. There's absolutely no way. I have no more stressful launches. I have more time to work with my actual clients. I have more time to live my life. It allowed me to focus on growing my business instead of just operating within the business. And I've made 10 times more income than just by organic alone. It sped up the sales process instead of me waiting for content to pop off. I always believe you always want to have organic and paid. So this is run through ads. So I bring people to me from ads. So I always do both. I'm still very active organically, but you want to pair it with both when you're ready to start using ads. So you want to be able to do both, but you don't want to just wait for, something organic to pop off. You want to have consistency as much as possible. This has allowed me to have consistency. Okay, so like I said, I didn't stop there. I had my CRM. I tracked my whole client journey, texting every lead, emailed every lead, my entire sequence. My courses live on there. My websites are on there, my landing pages and other automations and workflows. Everything. It's been amazing. So enough about me. Now let's talk about you. You are next. So whether you're just starting out or you're needing to scale, these are your next steps to start making an impact for a living online. So step number one is you got to create a freebie. You need to solve a small problem for your client with your freebie. So what is something that your ideal client needs? Not something that you want to give them. What do they need? Okay. And you could do a step one. So what is their step one? What is something that they need to know, they need to do or have before start working for your entire work, before they start your entire program or be a full client? So give them something they think they want, not what you know that they need. There's a big difference there. Meet them where they're at. So for me, for coaches, before they launch a coaching business, their step one is that they need to know their niche. So that's what I have as my leading freebie. Hey, take the quiz. I'll tell you what your niche is. And then from there, we can talk about launching it. So step one is really good for that. So here's some examples. There's so many different freebies you can do online. You can do quizzes just like mine. You can do ebooks. I have one, my book. I've done the Niche Bible. I did that as well. Great freebie or low ticket offer. You could do guides, you can do checklists, you can do templates, swipe files, mini courses, workbooks, cheat sheets, case studies, product links, resource links, audio trainings, podcasts, video tutorials, or if you've done a speech at some point, webinars, masterclasses, challenges, spreadsheets, calculators, like I want to help you calculate this specific outcome, maybe what you need for macros, different things like that, planners, roadmaps, industry reports, discount codes, free trials, or behind the scenes access. There's a lot of different things. What I would recommend doing is go in your niche and go in your industry and see what other people are doing that is working. What are other freebies that people are already buying or that they're already tapping into? Then create a version of that for yourself. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do what's already working and just put your spin on it. So start with, and then after that, once you have that, when you create your freebie, then I want you to start your free trial with HighLevel. So we got a special link for you here that's going to give you extended access, which is amazing. Use every second of it. So you want to link your Instagram with HighLevel, then build out your automations. And we're going to help you with that by giving you a snapshot here, which is amazing. So you can see what I've done. And then landing page to capture leads, and then emails or text sequence for nurturing. So you want to just start building out everything just step by step. And then you want to make sure that you connect HighLevel to Facebook, and then you can run your first ad. Bam, 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 thank you, ma'am. So you might be like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm not into tech. Can I still do this? Neither was I when I started this. And I actually paid someone a lot of money to build out a lot of this for me. And I had a difficult time sharing everything that I've shared here with you, with others, even though it gave me so much results, because I just didn't want to do the tech. So that was something that was just, it held me back a little bit. Until HighLevel actually did something incredible for you and for what we have planned for today. So they're giving you a snapshot of what I've done and what I've shared for you here today. So we're kind of just showing you behind the scenes of what I've done, so you can do something similar for you. So you can use the same system that I did, so you don't have to figure it out on your own. So it's just the outline of what I showed you here today. So you can kind of just have to plug and play, put in what your niche is, and make it your own. And I promise you, this took me so much money and so many hours to figure out. So you're going to save hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars just because I'm just giving you the cheat sheet. I'm like, literally, don't try to figure it out on your own. Like, just do what I did. Like, it works. So, and it's available to you now. So I'm so thrilled that HighLevel is able to give that to you, and you're able to get a snapshot of what I did, and you're able to apply it for your own business. And I promise you, it's going to change the game from you. Going from manual to automatic will change your life and change your business. So if you're like me and you want the systems and the tech to work so that you can focus on what matters most, you want to have that figured out so you can focus on your most important thing, which is going to be your clients. And since then, I've been able to do a lot more things that are important to me. So what's important to me, because a lot of my stuff is automated, is I love speaking on stages. So it has allowed me to do that a lot more and travel for that too. I was able to write my first book, The Niche Bible. I was able to put a lot of time into that because things were going on in the background. I was able to spend more time with people who I love. This is my family, my mom and my dad. They were hanging out around my birthday, and also just hanging around with my friends. This is me at my friend's birthday and hang around and be a girl. I love getting facials. I love spending time. My biggest hobby is my health. So I spend so much time doing that. So because of that, it gave me the time and space to do other things that I love as well. I love my clients, but I also love living my life too. And it gave me the freedom, the time freedom, and the financial freedom to do that as well. So I want you to know that you need to have progress over perfection. I do not want you to be freaking out right now of like, oh my gosh, this sounds like so much. I don't know if I can do this. Let me just shut down and move forward. I'm not perfect. I'm not ready. I don't have my ducks in a row. If you think like that, you'll never get started. Telling you that right now. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get started. That's in Ecclesiastes. And we want to be able to start with what we have now. So this is all the reasons why. These are all things that I have thought, and these are how I've been able to overcome them. Okay. So number one, you're like, I don't have time to do this. Okay. Start with something simple like a checklist and just get it done in an hour. Start small, only focus on one step at a time. Maybe you're thinking, well, I don't know what to make. Ask your audience and build what they need most. Just build that. See what's working for other people, build that. I'm not techie. Use a HighLevel template and use customer support. They have a phenomenal customer support, so you can leverage that as well, especially when you're using the free trial. Use that a lot. I'm afraid I won't be good enough. Ooh, this is a big one. Done is better than perfect. You can improve it later. If I waited for my business to be perfect, I never would have started ever. I always just go, this has been my mantra. I will be brave enough to figure it out. I trust myself to figure it out. I'll figure it out as I go, and I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. That's allowed me to move mountains in my business. I'm afraid I won't be good enough. Done is better than perfect. You can improve it later. We just said that. I don't have an audience. Build freebies. A freebie builds your audience. Start now. I don't want to give away too much for free. A freebie is a taste, not a whole meal. Just start with that. I don't know how to deliver it. HighLevel will help you do that. Use a social media platform of choice and just start. You have to be, some people are like, oh, I feel so weird showing up on social media. Like, I feel so cringe. It's a rite of passage. You can't go around it. You can't go underneath it. You can't go above it. You got to go straight through it. So you've got to post. You've got to show up. You've got to share your message, and you are going to be cringe and embarrassing in the beginning. But the more you do it, eventually you're going to be good. Okay. You just have to do it. You can't think your way out of it. You got to do your way through it. I've tried before and it didn't work. Try the freebie and try a proven system that works. I'm giving you the snapshot here. The snapshot is everything that we've talked about here today, and it's showing you exactly, here's exactly what I did. You can use it in HighLevel. So this is my message to you, that your gift was never meant to stay hidden. When you steward it well and serve with excellence, God will multiply the impact far beyond what you can imagine. Start now. So thank you. Thank you for having me. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know inside of the chat. Just put helpful. And if you'd like to find me outside of our session here today, you can scan the QR code, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM saying HighLevel, and I'd love to connect with you and hear about your journey.
Thank you so much, Raquel. Rocky, appreciate you just kind of keeping it as real and direct as possible, making it so that way it could actually be achievable. As you were calling out, if you're about to freak out or you feel overwhelmed or about to shut down, like, I had to take a deep breath myself, because you think about sometimes, like, all right, if this businesswoman has everything locked down, and how come I don't? And then you start to be your worst enemy. Thank you for just kind of bringing it back to the center and say, hold up, let's get this together. And appreciate that very much. Let me know in the comments, folks, where do you find yourself now? We're going to get you the snapshot. You've got some clarity around your freebie, your offer. You got some clarity around the social media platform that Rocky uses. You could pick the one that you believe your audience is on, or you could do some research. She's already shared that don't go out and reinvent the wheel. Just kind of see what the top people in your industry are doing. It's a form of flattery. Again, don't copy them word for word. Make it yours, and then kind of hone in on what the next steps are. And leverage, obviously, HighLevel. You have the 14-day trial that you can get the link for. And now you got a new friend. So, if, obviously reaching out to Rocky, she'll get back to you as soon as she can. But more than anything, I think in the HighLevel community here, the folks that have been in the comments in our private community, ask away. There's a lot of resources here. But I guess what you had said, Raquel, really hit home is, like, it's you. Like, you're the it factor here. And without you folks, like, in the platform, in HighLevel, in your offer, serving your community, serving people, then really there's no need for HighLevel. You are the reason why we get to do what we do every day. So, man, Rocky, I think we covered so much in such an efficient way. I know there's definitely plenty more. If somebody is looking to kind of maybe get some guidance or some examples, would you mind sharing what are some things you should keep an eye out for as you're looking to build your offer? If you're looking to maybe get inspiration for a website design, like what is, like, the order of importance when starting from scratch?
Oh, such a great question, because everybody thinks about this a little backwards. You do not need fancy bells and whistles. You need results. So the main thing is that when you are building your offer, no matter what it's for, the main thing is you want to create a program, and your program, whatever that transformation is, it's usually from a past version of you somewhere, or what you've learned, the knowledge that you've accumulated. Put together a process. Do not do one-on-one sessions. Throw that into the window. You want to say, I'm going to help you go from here to here. Okay. So you want to sell a transformation, not just hours or time. So I'm going to sell this. Then when you have that, you put that together, put steps. Just so you know, I want you to feel 70 to 75% pretty okay about it. I do not want you to feel 100% okay about it, because I want you to actually leave space for what's actually going to happen with a real client. If you wait for 100%, you'll never get started, and you'll actually be taking away from real life people. So I want it to be 70 to 75% pretty okay. Then take around, the sweet spot is 3 to 5 beta clients, which is like your little guinea pigs. You take them, you bring them through the process so you can say, did it work? Like, did it do what I wanted it to do? And you'll get real life feedback on what works, what doesn't, what you want to keep, what you want to update, what you want to change. And I promise you it happens. I guarantee you it's always the sweet spot. 3 to 5 clients is when your imposter syndrome will go down, your confidence will go up, and your confidence to charge high ticket will go up. And you go, oh, this is worth it. This is worth the money. I feel really good about this. I feel confident. Then at that point, you can feel very confident to launch, and you can say, this is my thing. This is what I'm doing. I can charge full amount of money. And now you have results. When you have results and you're charging what you're worth now, then at that point, if you want to, and you want to capture all their testimonials, you leverage all of those. Then at that point, when you want to start documenting what you're doing, you put it on your social media, you put it on your Instagram, you can create a website at this point. But you do not want to be like, let me have all of these, websites and crazy things, all of this stuff before even getting people results. That's not, I love results. I mean, I love websites. I love aesthetics. I love making sure everything looks beautiful and pretty, but that is not the most important. What the most important is making sure that it works first. Then you can be fancy.
And I appreciate you going in depth on that. There was another question here around social media. I'm not really too much of a social butterfly. I'm not really out there. I don't have a really cool lifestyle. Could you give us some guidance or steps to maybe start from the beginning with establishing a social media presence? And then what does that evolution potentially look like? What should you be maybe starting to take photos or videos of to kind of set aside?
First and foremost, stop scrolling. It will overwhelm you. You'll be in the comparison trap, even though how strong you are mentally. What I like to say, there's no peeing or non-peeing section of the hot tub. You will get infected, meaning that you can't be around so much stimuli because you're going to be automatically comparing yourself to other people. You're going to be like, why don't I look like that? Why don't I sound like that? Why don't I have the video equipment like that? Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be online. Anytime I do that, even now, even though I've put out lots of content, if I consume too much, I get overwhelmed and shut down. So just stop consuming. You need to start now producing. Okay. So then you're like, okay, how do I produce? So you want to do 2 different things. Number 1, you want to do what you are inspired by. And then number 2 is you want to emulate what's working online. If you only work on inspiration, it'll be very sporadic. The main thing you got to do is be consistent. Even if you're doing it once a week, you got to be consistent once a week. Pick something and stick to it. Inspiration's like the cherry on top, where it's like, oh, I thought about something, or like, I'm really inspired, I want to share about something. Then you share it. Then number 2 is planned. So you want to see what are other people doing online and how can I emulate that? So it's not just other people in general. It's what's doing well in your specific niche. And then emulate that. If that's talking head, if that's like a little acting thing, if that's something else, just see what's already performing and try it on for size. And you're going to have to try different types of content to see what resonates with you. There are so many different ways to do content. It's not just one way. You have to see what you like to do and then emulate from there. I always say like there's really 2 phases in content creation. Phase number 1 is when you post for yourself. Phase number 2 is when you start posting for other people. Phase number 1 is you just need to be consistent. You're posting for yourself and you're trying different things. And that is the cringe season. I got to warn you. That is when you're like, do I look like that? Do I sound like that? Oh my gosh. Like you have to just go through it. It's a non-negotiable. Then when you're like, all right, I got the marbles out of my mouth, I feel a lot more comfortable online. Then that's when you go into phase 2 when you start posting for other people. That's when you can get more detailed and dialed in. What's working online? What can I emulate? What can I do that's already working so that I'm not just posting to post, I'm posting to convert. So that's what you really got to do. But don't let the whole thing overwhelm you. Start with where you are and just share your message.
And then when it comes to a question here with the DMs portion, with the snapshot and how you use HighLevel, where and how does that get automated? Could you maybe share an example or a scenario? I know we're going to give them the snapshot link, and you have some preset fields, and we have the conversation AI feature there. So when they message, it'll start to give the Q&A and have the knowledge base and pretty much know their business. Aside from that, when do you jump in? How do you go about kind of preparing your online avatar to work on your behalf?
So there is automations tab inside of HighLevel, and that's when you can really tell it exactly what you want it to do, and it's amazing. So it's like, okay, when I have my DMs come in, I want I want my little bot, I want it to say this exactly. And then if they don't respond, then I'm going to have them wait maybe an hour, and then I want them to say this. And then I want them to wait maybe 2 hours, and then I want them to say this. So you can say exactly what you want. So how I would set that up is do this all organically first. Like talk to somebody organically in the DMs, like how you would if you're trying to get somebody on a call, and see what you say. Like see what works to get people on a phone call, and then that's the type of message and script that you want to use for this, and then that's when the automations can come in. So really you're ready for automations is when when you have the problem of, oh, I don't want to keep doing this again. That's when you kind of know. But also, I've everything I've ever anytime I went to a new level in business, I always started a little bit before I was ready to. So it's not like you kind of want there's like when we have problems, there's different levels of problems. You can have like a level 1 problem or a level 10 problem. Sometimes we feel like we need to be at a level 10 problem in order for us to start. Sometimes we'll start when it's like, oh, this is a level 2 problem. Like, oh, maybe, I have a couple places here and there. And what if I just automated it? And so that's kind of what I did. I'm like, let me automate it. And so I automated it. And then I was able to have so many more conversations. So, I mean, just like right now that I'm talking to you, for me, I consider this public speaking. I get to public speak or talk to you or talk to fun people while my sales girl is in my DMs right now. She's getting people to book calls. Like, that's amazing. Like I get to help multiple people at once. So, yeah, so it's all in HighLevel, and you can just take it one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just start with one thing at a time.
And I appreciate you just jumping into some of these questions here. And there's different forms of these questions, right? And it could be totally similar or totally the opposite. I think what's really going to help us out here, Raquel, and I think since you've been a customer of HighLevel, and just kind of been in the ecosystem, you've seen this evolution come in where it was just kind of if says this then say that, to now a conversation chat widget, a voice a receptionist. So it's like you have a full business AI employee that's like handling what you commonly know is going to come up. Can I book an appointment with Raquel? Sure. These are the time slots available. Books the appointment, right? And I it was pretty cool to see it from someone that's not super techie, right? Like when you
Mm-hmm.
got high level geeks in a room, it's like playing video games. And then when you got business women and businessmen that really aren't in the tech all the time, but they know enough to be dangerous, or they have a team that handles it, it's pretty cool to see the difference on how it's looked at. So I really appreciate you sharing your perspective, your experience. You guys and gals in the crowd here are going to have to make it yours as well. Jot down any last minute questions you have. The snapshot links below. We have a bunch of other workshops to support these types of initiatives. You're now part of the HighLevel family. You're in our community. Rocky's in your community. We're all in your corner. It's time to take action. So, Rocky, as we start to wrap this up, there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of positive energy, a lot of like, let's get it done kind of vibe. Can you close us out with the true let's get to work?
Mm. One of my favorite analogies for making things happen and what to focus on is I want you to imagine that you're hiking. And when you're hiking, you want to look at the top so you know that you're going in the right direction. So you're heading in the right direction. But the majority of the time, you're focusing on your feet. So you know that you're taking the right next steps. If you're focused too much on the top the whole time, you're probably going to fall off and go off of a cliff because you're not paying attention to your feet. You could fall off entirely. Or you're going to be like, that's still up there. I'm still over here. Oh my gosh. You're going to get so overwhelmed. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to stop, turn around, and go back. This isn't worth it. It's too far. It's overwhelming. But if you look up and you just focus on your feet, the only thing that you're going to be focusing on is, okay, I just have to go the next step. Okay, just one step, just one step, one step. And every so often, when you look up, make sure you're going in the right direction. And then you put your eyes back on your feet again. And without you even realizing it, you're like, oh my gosh, hold on. Like, well, I've enjoyed myself along the way, smelled the flowers, hung out, look at my feet. And now all of a sudden I'm all at the top and look at this beautiful view. That's how I want you to approach this, is I want you to be clear. Where is the end destination? What do you want? Why do you want that? Really anchor that in. Don't just do this just for money, because there's a million ways you could just make money. You could just go get a job down the street. Why do you want to do this business? Why do you want this? Why is this a non-negotiable for you? Why do you want to hit the top? And then I want you to be looking at it. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Create that vision board. Create those affirmations. Create something. Put something on your phone screen. You need to be constantly reminding yourself, where am I heading? And then all I want you to do is look at your feet. Meaning, what is just the one next thing that you need to take? What is the one next step? So your one next step is download the free trial. Use the snapshot. That is the next step. And I promise you, I want you to use that mantra. You're wise enough to figure it out. Once you get there and you go, okay, now what? Okay, let me use the snapshot, or I have a question now. Let me talk to support. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you might have your whole automation built. And you're like, oh, I just did this. And then maybe you get your first client. You're like, oh my gosh, I just did this. And it'll little by little is how businesses grow. Do not have the expectation where you see this all the time on Instagram. Oh, I did this and I was a millionaire in 5 minutes. I'm going to be straight with you. Business does not happen like that. It's dedication, and it's work, and it's the wantingness to evolve and turn into the person that you know that you can be, and also transform other people's lives as well. So take the first step, know where you're heading, look above, see where you ultimately want, make it fire you up so you are so excited to work on this every single day, and then just focus on the next step.
Thank you for joining us, folks. We have so much ahead of us to get done. If you enjoyed today's session, you have questions, you're ready to take action, throw in the chat, go high level below so we know that you are ready to rock and roll. Rocky, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for unpacking your journey, unpacking your strategy, and inspiring and helping people get started today. We got more coming your way. If you have any questions, we have our support team standing by. If you need a trial for a family, friend, or business partner, let them know, and we'll see you on the next one. It's time to rock and roll. We got a lot of work to get done here, Rocky. We got to get all this stuff ready to go because people are already starting to claim it. I'm ready to go. How about you?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to create, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you all for stopping in, for spending some time with us. Till the next one, we'll see you. Go high level, go you, and we'll see you at the finish line. Take care, folks.